In the heart of Paris, where historic buildings line the streets and centuries-old architecture shapes the urban landscape, narrow apartments are a common reality. Yet within these tight spaces lies an extraordinary opportunity for creativity. This apartment demonstrates how a constrained footprint can be transformed into a refined residence by reimagining tradition. Instead of preserving the past exactly as it was, the design boldly reinterprets it, creating a new form of classic living that feels both timeless and unexpectedly modern. The building stands along a quiet Parisian street where elegant façades form a continuous rhythm of stone and balconies. At first glance, nothing about the exterior suggests a radical design inside. The proportions remain slender, typical of historic city lots that were shaped by dense urban development. Yet behind this modest exterior hides an interior world that challenges expectations, proving that even the narrowest architecture can hold remarkable spatial potential. The challenge of the narrow apartment begins with its geometry. Long and slender, the layout initially seems restrictive, offering little room for traditional interior planning. Many apartments like this rely on compartmentalized rooms and dark corridors. In this project, however, the designers decided to reject those conventions. Instead of dividing the space, they approached the apartment as a continuous spatial experience where openness and light become the primary design tools. Although the interior concept is progressive, the exterior facade remains respectfully preserved. Classic Parisian elements such as tall windows, delicate moldings, and wrought iron balconies still define the building's presence on the street. This careful preservation ensures that the apartment continues to belong to its historical surroundings while allowing the interior to evolve freely. The contrast between outside and inside becomes part of the architectural narrative. Crossing the threshold into the apartment immediately changes the atmosphere. Instead of narrow corridors and closed rooms, the entrance reveals a bright and fluid space. Light travels deeper into the interior, and the visual perspective stretches along the length of the apartment. This moment of arrival sets the tone for the entire design philosophy: simplicity, openness, and an intentional break from conventional Parisian apartment layouts. Ignoring the past in this context does not mean erasing history. Rather, it means refusing to be limited by outdated spatial rules. The designers chose to reinterpret classical elegance through modern spatial thinking. Walls were reconsidered, circulation paths simplified, and decorative elements minimized. What remains is a pure architectural expression where proportions, light, and materials replace excessive ornamentation. One of the most transformative decisions was to open the central axis of the apartment. By removing unnecessary partitions, the design creates a sense of depth that visually expands the narrow structure. Rooms no longer feel isolated from each other. Instead, the apartment functions as a sequence of interconnected spaces that allow movement, light, and views to travel freely. Natural light plays a crucial role in redefining the apartment. Tall windows facing the street and the courtyard become the primary sources of illumination. Their presence allows sunlight to penetrate the entire length of the apartment. Reflective surfaces, light-colored walls, and carefully positioned openings help amplify this light, making the interior feel significantly larger than its physical dimensions. The living room sits near the main windows, where daylight is most abundant. Instead of filling the space with heavy furniture, the design emphasizes breathing room. Soft textures, elegant seating, and balanced proportions create a calm atmosphere. The simplicity of the layout allows the architecture itself to become the focal point, highlighting the beauty of the elongated space. In a narrow apartment, furniture must do more than provide function. Here, each piece is carefully selected to complement the spatial rhythm of the interior. Low-profile sofas, slender tables, and minimalist shelving help maintain visual continuity. The furniture almost behaves like architectural components, shaping the room without interrupting its openness. Adjacent to the living space lies the dining area, seamlessly integrated into the open layout. A simple yet refined dining table becomes the center of social interaction. Positioned strategically along the apartment's axis, the dining space connects both ends of the residence, reinforcing the sense of continuity that defines the design. The kitchen embraces modern functionality while maintaining visual harmony with the rest of the apartment. Instead of appearing as a separate room, it blends into the open plan through clean cabinetry and understated materials. Light surfaces and integrated appliances ensure that the kitchen contributes to the sense of space rather than overwhelming it. Materials are essential in creating the apartment's new identity. Natural wood floors add warmth, while soft stone and matte finishes introduce subtle elegance. The palette remains restrained, allowing textures to take precedence over color. This balance between warmth and minimalism gives the apartment its quiet sophistication. Although the apartment is narrow, its generous ceiling height offers another dimension to explore. Vertical lines, tall shelving, and elongated doorways emphasize this height, creating a sense of upward expansion. The design carefully uses these vertical elements to counterbalance the limited width of the apartment. Between the main rooms, small transitional zones provide moments of pause. These areas might include a reading corner, a built-in storage wall, or a simple passage framed by natural light. Rather than being wasted space, these transitions enhance the overall spatial rhythm and contribute to the apartment's fluid atmosphere. Moving deeper into the apartment, the bedroom offers a quieter and more intimate environment. Here the design shifts towards softness and calmness. Neutral tones, comfortable textiles, and minimal decoration create a sanctuary away from the lively urban street. Despite the narrow footprint, the bedroom feels balanced and peaceful. Storage is cleverly integrated throughout the apartment. Built-in cabinetry follows the lines of the walls, ensuring that every centimeter is used efficiently. Hidden compartments and streamlined wardrobes maintain the clean aesthetic while providing practical functionality for everyday living. Even the bathroom benefits from the thoughtful spatial approach. Light stone surfaces and simple fixtures create an atmosphere of quiet luxury. Large mirrors expand the perception of space, while careful lighting enhances the sense of comfort and relaxation. Beyond natural light, artificial lighting plays an important role in shaping the apartment's atmosphere at night. Subtle ceiling lights, warm wall lamps, and discrete accent lighting create layers of illumination. This layered approach ensures that the apartment remains inviting and visually dynamic after sunset. Although the design intentionally ignores rigid traditions, traces of the past still linger. The original windows, proportions, and architectural structure remain present. Instead of dominating the design, these historical elements quietly coexist with contemporary ideas, creating a subtle dialogue between heritage and innovation. This apartment ultimately challenges the traditional image of Parisian interiors. Rather than relying on elaborate decoration or nostalgic replication, It proves that classic elegance can emerge from simplicity and thoughtful design. By focusing on spatial clarity, natural light, and refined materials, the apartment becomes both modern and timeless. The art of the narrow apartment in Paris lies in transforming limitations into opportunities. By ignoring outdated rules and embracing a fresh perspective, this residence achieves a remarkable balance between heritage and innovation. What once seemed like a restrictive space becomes a luminous and elegant home, demonstrating that true architectural beauty often emerges from the courage to rethink the past.